This is kind of a user requested video. If you are this user watching right now, then you know, because this is for a very special skater. Like me, I'm also a skater, but I'm not special. I wanted to talk about how I train while I also prep for the upcoming figure skating season, and how I deal with fatigue and just how I train in general. I must preface this by saying that I'm not super successful. Like, you only usually see me up here, but I have actually kind of a big belly, like in a way that if I try to reach my, I'm not gonna do this, but if I try to reach my toes in staff pose, like I'm sitting on the floor, my ass is on the floor, my legs are on the floor, I'm trying to reach my toes. Flexibility wise, I can do it, but my belly gets in the way and it hurts. So currently I'm on sort of a cut. In September, I'm going to be 39, and I thought like, I want to be in the same shape I was in when I was 19, because I'm crazy. So yeah, that is my plan, which is why I'm going hard in the gym right now. And don't do this at home, it's kind of insane, but I am trying to reach between 10 and 15k steps a day, for instance. So, and that's insane, like 10k is enough. So 8k is enough if you're an American. Like, it's probably pretty hard to walk that much, because, I heard they don't have like proper sidewalks in some places there. I don't know, I don't judge, but I heard that a bunch of times on TikTok, the app of authenticity. Okay, so back to my strategy. What I want to do is a mix of endurance training and fast twitch fiber training, if you want to call it that. This stuff is highly debated and debatable, because you can't really tell how many fast twitch fibers you have. Some people say, oh, if you go like super hard in the gym and at some point you just have to stop, that is more a sign of having a lot of fast twitch fibers. Or if you're just naturally preferring hard sets and like less but harder, that could be a sign. But I don't know. I mean, I've heard a lot of bro science like this. Personally, I'm not an exercise scientist, expert stuff. I'm just a nurse and physicist. So what works for me just works for me. I generally go by the idea of, if it works for me, if I can keep doing it consistently, it's better than zero if I can keep doing it, and that is sustainable for me. So my number one rule of training is just keep it sustainable. Then number two, I don't want to be fatigued to the point that I can't skate anymore. A part of that is if I go for very long runs, that will fatigue the fuck out of me. So I don't want to do that. But on the other hand, I was a proud half marathoner at some point. I kind of want to go back. I don't know. I'm kind of half-assing half marathon prep right now, or 10k prep at this point. And I do endurance training, usually after strength training in the gym. I just hop over to the cardio machines, and I only do treadmill or Stairmaster. Other than that, I don't do any of the fancy ellipticals. This is bullshit. I don't do that. I think this is just a fancy tool from the 90s. No, thanks. Also, it looks super ridiculous, so I don't want to get on this thing. No, I use a treadmill. My trick, how I motivate myself on the treadmill, first of all, I just whip out my phone. I whip out NewPipe, listen to some podcast, some video in the back while I'm training. Usually after a few kilometers, I am so sweaty and so tired that I'm not in the mood anymore to look at somebody's face. So I usually turn the display off, which is why I like this app a lot. I try to do interval training at the moment because I am not at my 5k endurance goal yet, which means that I can run 5k in a decent time. I don't know what that is because I don't know shit about running scores and running times and paces and all this unit stuff, guys. I was more of a theoretical physicist, so I don't really care. I just look that up whenever I'm interested. So I know that my pace isn't super good right now. I'm very slow. I would probably finish a marathon in like 6 hours if I had to. Probably more like a day. Anyway, a marathon is not my goal. Half marathon, yeah. Yeah, 10K, yeah, 5K totally. But I think that everyone should be able to run a 5K if you say, hey, dude, I give you $100, can you run 5K? And then you should run that at ease, like with not feeling like, oh, I'm dying. Like if you feel like that, you're really not fit. So 5K, that's a must. And right now I can run at 5K if I have to, but afterwards I feel like after a walk in a hot city and you have grocery bags on you for like half a day. And that's not a good feeling. Anyway, so this is how I do my cardio. Usually treadmill or Stairmaster, at least 30 minutes. So I try to ramp up the speed so I can do more kilometers in that time, or more miles if you hate metric units. I wouldn't know why you would hate that. Anyway, so my strength training. Okay, I usually do this push-up machine first. For chest, this is like because I hate anything that is upper body. I just love everything with legs, and I hate everything that is for my upper body. So I do this push thing. Then I usually go either to the rotary cuff. It's what is the name on the machine. Yeah, that thing. So I do that. I do like, I don't know, 200 pounds on that one. 3 sets of, depends on my form on my day, like 5 to 15 something, what I feel like. Usually I just go for progressive overload sets, as in I start not at my max, I start with a little warm-up. So if my max is right now at 200 pounds, I would start at 165 and then go up to 185, and then the last set I do 205, and then if I can do more, I will do more. I will do a 4th set. Usually I just do 3 because I don't have time forever. I try to get the maximum out of that by just doing a lot and a lot of load. I do not care about a good pump. I do not care about hypertrophy. I only care about strength, explosive power, and being able to put heavy things up and down. I do not really give a shit about how it looks, because that can be achieved by just losing fat. If you want your muscles to show, if you want to be lean. I had a 6-pack once. I'm pretty sure that I had a unhealthy amount of body fat at that point. So yeah, not a goal for me right now. I want to reduce a little bit of fat because of the belly fat. And I mean, you can't spot reduce, so you have to reduce your overall fat. Meanwhile, I want to grow some muscle, but as we all know, muscle grows slower than fat gets lost. So this would correlate with weight loss as well, because before people usually give me shit if I say, oh, I want to lose some weight because I'm not happy with this and that look. And then they're like, but you weigh this amount, so you don't need to lose weight because you're already skinny, because everything that is normal is now skinny. And so, oh, you don't have to lose weight, blah, blah, blah. Like, I know I don't have to lose weight if all of this was muscle, but I'm pretty much a sluggish person. I'm not muscular. Like, I'm soft, all right? So, anything but the stuff that is in my legs. That is good. So, yeah, that's how I do that. And I do that with all the machines, leg press as well. Leg press is my favorite machine. I am always looking forward to that, so I put in all the chest training and the back training before that. And in my gym, the leg press is next to the tower, and so I will put some accessory on the tower so I can just pull it down like this on one side. And then I also do triceps pulls, and I do the triceps pulls usually between my sets when I'm on the leg press, because I try to get to a recovery time of 2.5 to 3 times the time a set takes. So if my set takes 1 minute, I need 3 minutes recovery time, and in that time I can do arms, chest, or just upper body, back. So I just go over to the tower and do that in the meantime, so that I'm not wasting my time at the gym. And on the leg press, that is horizontal right now, I think my max was about 380 pounds, and it's maxed out at 400, I think. So that's my goal. I want to max it out again, or for the first time, because I stopped last time shortly before I could reach that. And right now I am back at 280, and I started a week or 2 weeks ago again with the gym. Yeah, 2-3 weeks maybe, I don't know. And I started at about 180, I think, and then worked my way up, and now I'm at 280. I can do that solid. It's not super hard for me because, yeah, muscle memory, just muscle memory works really well with the legs. Like not so much with the upper chest because I never really developed that, the upper body. Because the problem is if you only go through the motions and you're just like, oh yeah, shit, I have to do this boring ass fuck shit exercise that I hate. Okay, you will not develop muscle memory because with the muscle memory is mind-muscle connection. You have to really feel it. You have to feel the muscles working. Like really, oh yeah, this is this muscle. Oh, this is that muscle. This is in the back. Kind of that. And yeah, if you're not going hard, you're not going to feel the muscles. So, and I see a lot of older ladies in the gym that are just like they do these high volume stupid sets, like with a featherweight of, 20 lbs or something. That doesn't cut it for me. I don't think it will work for them either, but they don't seem to care. So I'm never talking to the boomers at the gym usually because they're kind of crazy. Once this lady came over to me and told me like, hey, get off your phone. There's this phone radiation that is making everyone sick in the gym. And I was like, dude, what? And now they even have like this note there, don't use the phone on the machines. And I'm like, yeah, the fucking boomers, they won, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna cancel my subscription to this gym because this kind of shit pisses me off. Like the gym it's run by boomers at this point. Anyway, that's my gym experience so far. Leg press is my favorite machine. I try to do everything slow because I really want full control, and it's also easier to do the exercises hard if you do them slow. If you do something slow enough and controlled enough, you're gonna feel the burn no matter what. So I could do like growth inducing workouts with any weight at this point because it's just a matter of technique. So then in between the leg press and the tricep pull down, sometimes I also do a little bit of jumping for my figure skating. So I go and I jump like a loop jump. It's my jump at the moment that I'm going for. Or loop jump is really good for the gym. It doesn't need a lot of space. Or sometimes like a single axle prep, which I'm not super good at, but these are okay. What else? Flip doesn't need a lot of space. I can't do a lot. I think I'll never be able to do a lot. Anyway, so that is what I do in the gym. And sometimes I also go over to the free training weightlifting area and I do these weird pull-ups. Like, I don't know what they're called, but essentially when you draw the weight up horizontally. Yeah, I have a coach for that. The coaches are included in this gym, so I have a coach for that so that I don't mess up the form. Highly recommend. And in general, I really like the weightlifting area and the free training area because you can just do a lot of things with dumbbells. And in general, I just like dumbbells, barbells, and whatever. I like it better than some machines because you can set up your own workout with that. But right now, I'm just at the point that I want to sit down in the gym and not think. So machines it is for me, and then eventually I will graduate to the workout room again at some point because if you know what you're doing, that is actually the optimal choice in my opinion. So now about figure skating and the gym. I say don't overdo it with the legs because what I find really helps is the upper body strength in the back because when you're doing turns, I need a lot of strength just in my back, like all these muscles attached to the scapula, and holding it back and holding your back up straight like this. You need a lot of strength there. And so right now I haven't found a great exercise for that yet because there's nothing like this in the gym. Like you can do pull downs, yeah, but those are not very physiological and you can actually do a lot of damage. So pull downs behind my back, I do never do that. I have heard times and times again that this is not state of the art anymore and you have to do that in front, but I don't feel like it engages my back a lot. So if you know a good exercise for that, welcome to tell me. But yeah, in general, I just try to find new workouts and just try stuff that makes me feel these muscles that I also feel when I'm figure skating. And for endurance, I just do the cardio. Then I also do like jump roping, but usually at the rink when I'm there just as a warm-up. I have not a lot of intentions when it comes to that. Also, we have private off-ice training, and my kid has that too, so I sometimes just get a lesson with her coach, and also have an online coach. She's in Great Britain, so she's really good, and she's also helping me with the off-ice training. Yeah, and then this year I went to a camp in Oberstdorf with my daughter, so I could go and skate there too, and her coach was nice enough to coach me too. I was like so grateful for that. It was badass. It was so hard. Like I'm always when I'm training without a coach and I'm just skating and going through the motions and just doing what I'm good at, which is I don't know, waltz jumps. No, not even that. I'm a shitty skater, you know. Nobody says you have to be good at your hobbies, you know. Like my kid is better at this than me, but I'm kind of happy with how it's going. It's not super shitty. It helped me with a lot of pain. Knee stabilization actually is better since I have been skating. My balance is better. I'm just enjoying life a lot more because of figure skating. So the only thing is like it really messes with my gym schedule because I cannot go to the gym as much. So I am using the gym mostly for summer for prep. So my goal is not to be the world's best skater in my 40s at some point, but I would like to get to, I don't know, I think my goal is like a double toe loop or so in like the next 5 to 10 years. That I don't see myself doing that. My coach sees me doing that, but personally I'm trying to stay humble and be like, whatever time span is just fine for me. If I do it before I die, I'm totally good. Yeah, anything else I can think of about the whole gym thing? I can just say that the cable tower and the free training area and the leg machines, those are my favorite. But for upper body, like everything you can do with your arms, I would always choose dumbbells, barbells, something like that. And one trick that I got that is really cool, I like to go for full range of motion exercises, but with a lot of curling exercises, doesn't matter what limb, it can actually be painful. And I think it's totally fine if you do these exercises differently. Like in yoga, we would do the same. We would just adapt the exercises for the person. If the person is not as fit and can't do the full range of motion, you wouldn't do it. So if you have pain, just don't do it that way. You don't need to feel bad about not reaching full range of motion. And maybe eventually when you're strengthening your muscles and, you know, the whole area around your knee or whatever gives you a problem, once you get there, you can try and increase the range of motion. So, and my last thing, I forgot that about the cardio. I always put in 10 kilometers as a goal, even though I know I will not reach 10 kilometers. But one day I will reach it. So whatever your goal is, half marathon or something, you can measure your success in % of that. So today I ran 3 kilometers, which is shitty, but my goal is a 5k or a 10k, and so I can say, wow, that is more than 1/5 of that. Actually not that shitty. It's like 20% of a 10k. It's not too bad. So that is my trick. I try to enter 10k whenever, just to motivate myself to be like, yeah, I'm gonna run 10k. I'm not gonna run a 10k, but I'm always training. And with the strength training, in the past I used another mind trick that is like, oh, if somebody would pay me like $1,000, could I do one more rep? And I would only stop when I could do that. But because I go hard anyway all the time, I usually almost go close to failure, like 2 reps short of failure. So I don't do that anymore because it will just mean that I totally destroy myself and then I need a longer recovery time. And at the moment I do not take creatine, which I would say, yeah, totally do that, but it just leads to body water retention for me. I don't feel good about that. I don't like it. And personally, I recover just fine without creatine. I prefer to just eat more protein and drink more coffee. So that is my strategy at the moment. But long term, I will take creatine. I like to take it even before skating because recovery time is better. I mean, I haven't noticed it, but maybe it would be worse if I wouldn't take it. So let's see, I'm gonna try that again this season. And yeah, so protein, for me, I try to eat vegetarian food, so it's not so easy to get to high amount of protein. But I mean, I eat protein bars sometimes, but I also eat protein powder. My favorite brand is Lionberger, the vanilla version. I do not know if this is available in any other part of the world but Germany, but this one is the one that tastes best. And then I think a vegan option is New Pro, which tastes like shit. So anyway, that is basically my workout routine or workout philosophy. Everything is like, yeah, I want to make it work for figure skating too. So I try to keep it slow and steady with the upper arm shit, because otherwise I go to the gym next day and I'm like, oh no, I can't use my arms. And with the legs, I find the bigger the muscle, the shorter the recovery time for me. I don't know if that is like a general rule, but for me, my quads, they can go a long way without fatigue. And oh, one more thing. Do not forget the hamstrings. Like in figure skating, in my opinion, hamstrings are very, very important too, because they stabilize the whole leg. And so everything that stabilizes the leg, that is why I always do like the full leg, like calves, hamstrings, and quads. I don't miss out on that. And with the leg press, if you're doing it bad enough, you will also do your booty cheeks. So those are trained as well if you're going hard enough. Anyway, that's it. I hope this helped. And probably never gonna talk about my workout again because it's weird, but happy skating. That's it.